Hello, this is Jeff Byers. At this point, we're going to be doing the UV mapping technique of this dice. So we're going to take the low poly and lay out UVs. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select the window, go to Window, and go to UV Texture Editor. Let's take a look at how the UVs are laid out right now. As we see them right now, these UVs are spread apart. Maya's done a pretty good job of just trying to get it set up. But right now they're not connected, and there are seams all over the place. So Maya did a pretty good job, but we need to go in there and finesse it a little bit. So I'll take you through the entire process. So let's go ahead and let's minimize that. The first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and select the object. Let's go ahead and rename the object, and let's call this low poly. And let's go ahead and hold down the space bar and go to Create UVs and go to Automatic Mapping and go into the option box. Please reset settings and project. Now you can do this as well up in here where you can go to Create UVs and go to Automatic Mapping as well. So anything, if you see me pushing down on the space bar and it's not coming across on the video, you can always find the selection up here on the main menu bar under polygons. Okay, so Create UVs, Automatic Mapping. Alright, so we got that going on. Go ahead and click off, go back to object mode, and go back into your UVs. Okay, at this point we've got them all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and minimize those. I want to pull this over to the side. Now, there's some issues by using one monitor. If you have one monitor at home, it's really kind of cool to have the second monitor as a UV texture editor. Let me show you how to do that. Let's go in here to side by side. Okay, so we got a perspective over here and that piece over here. Let's go back into four-sided panel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the panels, let's go in here, and layouts, and let's do two panels side by side. Okay, so this is what I want. So now I'm going to go over here with panels, and I'm going to go to panel, and I'm going to go to the UV texture editor. There we go. So now we can add that panel over here and work as we work with the UVs. Okay, so I'm going to select that. So you can see my UVs right here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Alright, cool. And then we're going to go in here and let's go ahead and let's see what Maya did as far as being efficient as far as packing goes. It did a pretty good job. But we still have seams all over the place. But let's do one thing. Let's go ahead and add a material. So let's right click over it, and you may or may not see me doing this. Right click over the object and click on Assign New Material. And when you do that, this dialog comes up, and I'm not sure if you can see this either. You can click on Blend. Alright, so when we have this object now, we also have the attribute window comes up. So let's go ahead and click on the arrows up here and click on Blend, and let's type in Dice Texture, TX. Always hit Enter, and then under Color, let's go ahead and add a checkerboard. There we go. And you're not going to see this checkerboard unless you hit the 6 key, so make sure you click on this and hit the 6 key and you'll be able to see it. So let's click on that again. And what we want to do is we want to go in here and into the color channel and click on Place 2D Texture 1, and we're going to repeat this about 20 times on both X and Y, or X and Z, or U and V, I'm sorry, UV. So we're going to go ahead and also click on this guy until it turns purple. Okay. Now this uses a lot of resource, but it also shows you the texture. And we also can see these texture seams there. What I want to do here is, as you can see the origin down here in the corner, I'm kind of circling it right now with my marker. Well, what you want to do here is you want to set that Z towards you, okay, like this. and kind of off to the side. So the Z is facing this way, the Y is facing this way, and the X is facing this way. Okay, so now that I've got it, I can see the texture. I don't need to see it here. So to take that off, I'm just going to click on this little face up here. Okay, there we go. So right now I'm going to need to unpack the UVs, so I'm going to move this over. To do that, I'm going to hold down the Alt and my middle mouse button and move it over. Okay. Now this works just like a view panel, where if you select something and hit the W key, you can move it, you can rotate it, and you can scale it. So we just want to concentrate on moving. Okay. So select just a portion of the UVs. Okay. Again, you want to right-click and go to UVs. And so if you can't see that, I'm right-clicking and clicking on UVs. You may or may not be able to see the marking menu. Okay. So now I'm going to right-click. Again, you may not see this, so go to Select and select Shell. So right-clicking will open up a menu. Go to Select, Select Shell. Alright, that selects the whole shell. There we go. So now all I have to do is go in here and hit the G key, and that re-invokes my last command. So let's click on the G key, and let's do this as fast as possible. Again, time is money. In your case, time is time. This is keeping you away from playing games. Ooh, don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is find out where the front is. We'll start with that. So as you can see, if I highlight that, it highlights over here. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's what you're looking for. So that's the front. So I want to put that at the very bottom. That just lets me know that where it is. Okay. And then we're just going to put them in there for placement reasons right now. So I want to find the top of this. So I'm going to kind of go up and around. So I'm going to do the front, the top, the back, and the bottom. Okay. So there's the front. So let's find out where the top is. So I'm going to rotate that around a little bit. And nope, that's not the top. That's not the top. Nope. Of course, it'll be the last one. There we go. That's the top. Bring that over here. Get it close. Don't have to put it right on top of it. And then let's go to the back. Find out where the back is. There it is. Put that up on top of that. And then, of course, the bottom. And that's not the bottom. And that looks like the bottom. So let's put that on the very top. Here we go. Then we're going to go over here, and let's go back and get myself oriented to Z in front. So this is the left side, and this is the right side. There we go. Okay. Now, depending on where your seams are on it, that can be up to you where you want your seams. We just want to minimize seams, so you can put the seams up here, wherever you want. I'm going to put them right in the front, like that. Alright, so this is the bottom. Let's do the both. It looks like they're facing the same way. Alright, so now I'm going to go in here and zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to go to edge mode. So I'm going to right click over inside the UV texture editor and click on edge. I'm going to select this edge and this edge and this edge, and I am going to move and sew. Zoom out a little bit, and this is the icon for move and sew. You can also find it here, polygons, move and sew UV edges. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move and sew. There we go. And let's do the same thing over here. Do this very quickly. And I can hit the G key, move and sew. Again, they just have to be facing each other so they don't cross over. And hit the G key, move and sew. So this can go fairly quickly if you know what you're doing. G key, and then go up here. And hit G, move and sew. Okay. Now our job as a UV packer is to pack this back up efficiently. Let's go ahead and scale this in. You want to uniformly scale it from the center. There we go. Move it down. Again, uniformly scale it. So that means you don't do this. Okay? Uniformly means you put them all in at the same time. Pull all X, Y, and Z in at the same time. Let's see how close I am to the top. That's, yeah, we're still over top. Let's bring that down a little bit. That looks good. We're still over. You have to be inside that area there. There we go. Zoom in a little bit here. Okay. So you have to be inside this UV space here. 0 to 1, 0 to 1. We're good to go. So let's go click on, click off of this. Right click over the object and click on object mode. Again, you may not be able to see this. So in here, you need to go to object mode. So we're going to go ahead and save this out, these UVs. Okay. If you're not done with UVs, you can go in here and save the file and set my project back up where I need it to be. I'll go ahead and save my project again. Okay. Right. So I went ahead and saved that. We're all good to go. And browse. Let's go ahead and make sure. JFires. Yep. Images. So we're putting it there. And you probably want to put it in source images. So I'm going to click on source images and type in dice TX UV. Lets me know that there are the UVs. Save. And OK. Alright, so we got the texturing done. We're finished. And now we're off to exporting the objects out and into ZBrush. Alright, see you then.